Howdy folks, welcome back to another amazing episode of Mongocide's Daily Rambling, um, with a little bit of Sunday ukulele thrown in. Now, I know, and a warning, I'm not a great ukulele player, nor am I a great singer. Some of us are gifted, some of us are born gifted, some of us earn gifted, and some of us play regardless because, hey, we can hear the music in our heads, even if we cannot vocalize and musicize it. I don't know if musicize is a word. It ought to be. All right. So if you're watching this part, you are watching my ukulele, my daily rambling extended edition on YouTube. In the description, I will have place time markers for when I do the warm up I'm about to do and when I do my main song, Streets of Laredo, and when I actually do my normal or daily rambling. So, if you need to skip the part wherein I play and you don't like that, it's okay, no harm, no foul. Just check the description and you can join me on my totally not weird, awkward rambling at all, alright? You know you love it. If you didn't love my rambling, you wouldn't be here watching my stuff, so hey, thank you for watching. Anyways, start with our warm-ups. To start us off with, go tell Aunt Rhody. Go tell Aunt Rhody, go tell Aunt Rhody. Go tell Aunt Rhody the old gray goose is dead. The one she's been keeping, the one she's been keeping. The one she's been keeping to make a feather bed. The goslings are weeping, the goslings are weeping. The goslings are weeping because their mother's dead. The gander is mourning, the gander is mourning. The gander is mourning because his wife is dead. She died in the mill pond, she died in the mill pond. She died in the mill pond from standing on her head. Go tell Aunt Rhody, go tell Aunt Rhody. Go tell Aunt Rhody the old gray goose is dead. Next up, a simplified version of Ode to Joy. Next, my favorite lullaby, Twinkle Twinkle Little Star. Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are. Up above the world so high, like a diamond in the sky. Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are. Next up, we got ourselves a simplified version of Oh Susanna. Hope you enjoy it. I come from Alabama with a banjo on my knee. I'm going to Louisiana, my true love for to see. Oh, Susanna, don't you cry for me. I'm going to Louisiana just to strum a while with you. Alright, y'all, if you're watching this by itself, you're on Clapper, TikTok, or Insta, check out the whole Streets of Laredo and warm-up songs and extended edition rambling on YouTube all bundled up in one today. So here we go, let's forge ahead. Streets of Laredo, take 20, alright? As I walked out on the streets of Laredo, on Laredo one day, I spied a young cowboy dressed in white linen, dressed in white linen, as cold as the clay. See by your outfits that you are a cowboy. These words he did speak as they boldly walked by. Come sit here beside me and hear my sad story. Shot in the breast, and I know I must die. It was once in the saddle I used to go dashing. Once in the saddle I used to go gay. First to the card house, then down to Roses. Shot in the breast, and I'm dying today. Get 6 jolly cowboys to carry my coffin. 6 dance-hall maidens to bear up my pall. Throw bunches of roses all over my coffin. Roses to deaden the clods as they fall. Then beat the drum slowly and play the fife low. Play the dead march as you carry me along. Take me to the green valley and lay the sod o'er me. For I'm a young cowboy and I know I've done wrong. Then go write a letter to my gray-haired mother. Let her know the cowboy she loved has passed on. But please not one word of the man who has killed me. Don't mention his name, and his name will pass on. With these words he had spoken, the hot sun was setting. Streets of Laredo turned cold as the clay. We took the young cowboy to the green valley, where stands his marker we made to this day. We beat the drum slowly, we played the fife lowly, played the dead march as we carried him along. We took him to the green valley, we laid the sod o'er him, for he was a young cowboy who said he'd done wrong. Yep, I hope you guys enjoyed it. I know I ain't a great ukulelist, but hey, I have fun anyways, and that's what this stuff is surely about. Alright, so there goes my uke. And the end of Mongocide's Ukin Sundays, alright? Or Ukin Sunday today. On with my extended edition rambling, which thankfully, since I have well, anyways, I'll get back. Alright, had a nose-blowing moment, which I know you guys didn't want to hear, but I'm sharing with you out of the love of my heart for phlegm, as gross as phlegm is. And snot and other things. Ugh. Anyways, moving on with my actual extended edition rambling today. Just thought I'd drink a little bit of coffee with you guys. With you, me, Topsy, Mr. Spooky Spookums, and our good friend, the Advent Day Calendar Gnome. There you can see his hat and nose. He won't be showing up much more, actually, at all anymore at the episode till the very end. Maybe at the end. He's very shy outside of his seasonal use, alright? Much less shy than me, Topsy, or Mr. Spooky. Mr. Spooky Spookums. I want to get his name right one of these days, alright? Coffee is good and dark as my dark, bitter, tattered soul and what's left of my heart, right? My golly, good golly. Sorry about that, guys. Scratching my nose with my emergency nose scratcher right there. It's always when you're speaking or in company or making a video when that happens, isn't it? Part and parcel of being human, part and parcel of being Mongo. Buddies like my Mr. Spooky Spookum being a ghost doesn't have to deal with that too much. His itches are ghostly, which is good and bad. I don't know. Take that as you will. Or my good buddy to the Advent Day Calendar Gnome. He's very stoic. About as stoic as Topsy is. Although Topsy doesn't have much of a nose to have to itch on occasion. I'm not sure that Topsy feels itches. Now, granted that Mr. Spooky and the Advent Day Calendar Gnome are purely extensions of what membrane and personality I have. How real they are to have a nose itch, I'll leave up to you, the viewer, and how much you are willing to. Ooh, there goes Mr. Spooky Spookums. How much you are willing to bend your suspension of disbelief. And if you're not much for suspending your sense of unbelief or disbelief very much, well then, live with that peace of mind, friend. But hey, them's the breaks. While I am talking to you guys, I'm also messing around a bit on the computer. So you get the joy of hearing me typing. I don't really have any much of a set topic. I guess aside from scratching your nose on live TV, carry on my wayward friends, right? So I'm really pretty much going to spend the next few minutes just mucking around on the computer, drinking my coffee, and whatever passes my brain while I'm playing, drinking, messing around, lazing around, and you know how that goes. But let's see. Sharpie. For those of you who cannot be sharp of mind, you can be sharp of a dull marker pen. Dry erase pen marker. Anyways, you know, way back in the day, I used to be heavy into exercise. I was never one to look at, alright? But, on the other hand, I wasn't nothing to brag about. No magnificent records. I do have a state record once, 13, 14 years ago, which one record for an amateur noob powerlifter. I'm not a powerlifter anymore. Don't be going wow, okay? That's like, what, at this point, like 13, 15, 16 years ago? Practically a different life, you know. We move on with our lives and get better or worse. Such is life, I suppose. Them's are the breaks. But I have slowly, you guys know I've been working on my personal health a lot over the last, forevers, but especially going hard, these last few months. Doing the gym machines, walking, sitting and standing aerobics. I've been doing dumbbells with the sitting or with the standing, and some of the sitting aerobics. Going back and forth, you know how that goes. Upgrading every few weeks, getting better and better and better. Still working on cutting back on the coffee, kicking the sodas, drinking more water. Never plan on getting rid of the coffee entirely, but I do need to reduce to just a cup or two, which should be plenty for a reasonable fellow. But in these unreasonable times, sometimes a certain amount of personal unreasonableness is required to persevere. If you know, you know. If you don't know, you will likely know one day, and if you never know, then God bless your happy, blissful soul. I hope you carry on as you are, because hey, never settle for the less than what you want to be. Gotta be you above all else, right? Self-love, self-care, prioritize. You guys watch the Olympics? I hear they started up. Not much of an Olympics fan. Don't get me wrong, I love the Olympics for what they are intended. I'm just not an Olympic fan, alright? Thems are the breaks, I suppose. No harm, no foul for those who do love the Olympics. Like I said, I love the idea of the Olympics. I love what they stand for. Um, I admire the people, the athletes from whatever country that have gone through the training to become an Olympic level athlete. Nothing but love and admiration for that sort of dedication. All right, and it does require, well, sorry for the bad pun, but it is purposeful, I suppose. It does take a certain amount of Olympic level dedication and training to be an Olympian, alright? Now, if Olympic level rambling and sidetrackery were a thing, I'd certainly get gold medal or above, but alas, not everybody loves a variety show of rambling and talkativeness and spontaneity in a conversational type of topics. That's what I will say. I am an Olympic level, spontaneous, contemporaneous discusser of fine discourse. Oh man, there goes my nose again. Maybe an Olympic level nose scratcher. Boy howdy, that would be something. Can you imagine the calluses on your nose? Oh, jeez. Boy howdy. Thems are the breaks. Coffee, y'all. You know how that goes. As I walked out on the streets of Laredo. Streets of Laredo. I remember Marty Robbins sing that. First place I heard the song, I remember way back in the 80s or 90s. Then Johnny Cash, my boy, also from Arkansas. Or man, I guess it's just kind of like, I guess it's kind of disrespectful to call a grown adult man a boy or a grown adult woman a girl. It's bad habits. We all have them, I suppose. No excuse. Simply, no good excuse, simply an excuse. You know how that goes. My guy, how's that? I'm going to call everybody guy from now on. Men, women, boys, girls, no matter the age, you're all guys now. Welcome to my world. We're all bros. Under the Bro Sun. That should be a book. Somebody write that. And send me an autographed copy. Personalized. First edition, from personalized, pre-edition, autographed. Send me both. Send me a draft copy, handwritten, of Under the Bro Sun. Don't care if it's good, it's bad. If you write it and don't publish it, send me a copy of your unpublished stuff, and I will send you a P.O. box to send me a copy for my personal collection of books of which I could have or did inspire. Currently, the amount of books I could have or did inspire amounts to 0. Goose egg. But I am working on it. Being somebody's inspirational muse. Remember, whether you're weird or not, be yourself. Be weird if you're weird, be cool if you're cool, be awkward if you're awkward, be you, whatever you is. Good, right, straight, narrow, left, right, forward, backward, up, down, diagonal, I do not care. Well, I do care within limits. Don't hurt anybody. Including yourself. Please don't hurt yourself. You are worthy, okay, of being cared for. Unless pain's your game, but even then be careful. I do not want to see you get hurt, okay? Or hear of you getting hurt because of I accept no responsibility for injuries upon you. That is not me, and I will defend myself without the lack of regard. Goodness gracious, great balls of fire, y'all. I tell you one good thing about the being a bit of a rambling man, a rambling man like me vocally. I can have all sorts of awkward pauses, weird restarts, stutterings. I can be full on Porky Pig and blame it, it's all scripted, right? Some of it is, most of it isn't. Most of it is my genius level spontaneousness. A lot of it's just that I'm not a great conversational artist. Most of the time. Sometimes. Occasionally. You know how that goes. Who is great at all things all the time? Although I will say there are a few that come close. And I drink to them. And this is just coffee. Sadly, good alcohol, as much as I enjoy a drink, and is high in calories. Even the soft stuff is high in calories, but the good stuff, boy howdy. By the time you've been able to enjoy the finer alcohols, you're likely not in a state to really enjoy them, so you gotta be careful, right? Them's is the breaks. No underage drinking, and if you feel that you need help, you deserve the help. You do not have to be under the control. Do not let alcohol control you. Bottom line, be your own master or mistress, all right? Or masteress or mister. Riss? I don't know. Figure it out yourself. I believe in you. All things under the bro sun, right? Seriously, if one of you, 2 or 3 people actually watch my stuff on YouTube, if you get inspired to write under the bro sun, let me know. Man, boy, howdy. I don't care if I get any of the money from it. I just want to know that I inspired a book. That's all the money I want from Under the Bro Sun. Don't care if it's good, bad, ugly. If you at least tried, let me know. Also, don't expect any payment from me. You're not getting crap, alright? I'm too poor. Them's is the breaks, okay? Consider that one of the many disclaimers I should probably put in here. Overall disclaimer, I owe nobody nothing, alright? Nor do you owe me anything. But I'd love to hear from you if you do. Doo-doo. I've got a juvenile membrane up here, alright? It's kind of sad when your plushies are more mature than you is, right? By you, I mean me. Wasn't the real book or movie like Under the Tuscan Sun? I forget. As I walked out on the glucose tabs. Those of you who follow my Mongocide's weekly weight loss every Thursday on TikTok, YouTube, Clapper, Facebook if you know me in real life, and Insta know that I'm on a low-calorie, low-carb, high-protein, 800-calorie, shake-only diet. Know that sometimes when you do that, it's under medical supervision. Before you start any diet, go talk to a doctor, nurse practitioner, physician's assistant, whoever your primary caregiver is, medical caregiver is, or whatever, I forget what, your PCP, whatever. I know that's not very nursey of me to just toss my hands up and say whatever, but I refuse to use my nurse today on a Sunday, my nurse brain, on a Sunday, especially this early. I will be golly gee, gosh darn it, gee whiz, and whizzed if I do, alright? But before you start any exercise routine, before you start any diet, before you change your foods around too much, always talk to a healthcare professional, alright? Always. Let's see. 64 crayon colors, Crayola, 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 crayon. On a dark desert highway. I love the Eagles. Had a chance to see them several years ago before they started passing, as all good bands must, I guess. But I didn't. Thought the money was too high at the time. But hey, we all have our regrets. Most of us do. We all have to let go of those eventually, I suppose. Glucose tabs. But anyways, as I was saying a few minutes ago, glucose tabs. Or if my blood sugar starts dropping out, you know how that goes. And if you don't, good on yous, I guess. Dun da 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 dum da 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 dum da 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 dum dee da 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 da. Well, be funny if I'd been talking on this for God knows how long and my microphone didn't work. Been talking to nothing for 20 minutes. Boy howdy. And on that note, I guess I am actually out of coffee and out of talking. So good day, God bless, and see you guys later.